So what is your opinions on some of this shit, Zach? I know you've been hearing us talk about it.
On what?
On everything, pretty much.
What were
Even
we
being
talking
as somebody
about?
who really doesn't keep up on all of it too, though. Like, I know you've told me before you kind of just think the whole situation's pretty stupid.
Oh yeah, the whole thing's just bullshit, I think.
Now, is it bullshit that's even happening in general? Is it bullshit that they're denying it, or like elaborate?
I mean, like, what specifically do you want to know about? I mean, like I said, I don't really keep up too much on Gamergate.
Well, I want to know just like your opinion on the shit. Like, do you think that people are making a big deal out of nothing? Do you feel like they just need to fess up to it so it'll blow over?
Well, I don't know. Like, I don't really think it's that big. It was that big of a deal in the first place. I mean, everybody knows Depression Quest sucks. So, how on earth it ever made it onto Steam, I have no clue. I wouldn't even consider it like a real game.
Yeah, we both agree on that.
But should you like you guys are talking about the nepotism and all the journalism and stuff? I mean, yeah, see, there's problems with that. You can't really trust the journalists if they're all hanging out with each other and sharing all their insider info and stuff like that. I guess that doesn't really work out too good. I mean, gaming is like a pretty big industry now, so
$80 billion.
the stuff that they do definitely has some far-reaching effects. People probably just like, oh, it's just video games, but a lot of people will make their living off of video games, so.
I think that's kind of the problem with I have with a lot of people on Facebook, just shooting it down. And as soon as they see anybody post anything about hashtag Gamergate, you instantly see like comments in the fucking, in the thread or whatever. I don't know what the fuck Facebook calls it. But you see comments in it talking about how, oh, this is just, a conspiracy theory, let me grab my tinfoil hat and all this shit. And like, oh, there's no proof to these, statements. And it's like, what the fuck do you want? Like, there's been proof. Are you just not willing to look for it, or you are just shooting down any proof that is brought to your attention? The only thing I can think to that effect is that these are people who are so loyal to these websites that they don't want to think that these people can do anything wrong.
And I'm not too sure how video game became like a rape culture, misogyny thing. I don't really get how that happened, but that sounds like the people definitely looking for something that's not there.
Oh yeah, that was like a few months ago. They had I don't know if you heard about this. The Far Cry 4 cover art released, and they this is before E3, so it's before we actually seen gameplay footage for Fallout 4. They I'm sorry, not Fallout, Far Cry. The Far Cry 4. And they showed the cover art, and it was the villain of the game with his head over a what looked like a black guy holding a grenade in his hands. And everyone would jump on it. It was like, oh, this is racist because that's the character you're gonna play as. It's like, really? That the person you is wearing a freaking purple pimp suit, and you are assuming that that's the guy who you're gonna play as? And even
Maybe
that,
if it was like,
not only is that clearly the villain, and Ubisoft even admitted to that being the villain, but people were still saying it was racist because, or the villain is racist, and that's a bad thing because it's like, no, look, how are you going to tackle real life issues if you're not willing to do that kind of thing?
Oh, hey, I'm not dead.
Like, it's one of them things where if you're not willing to, use racism as a possible target or whatever, and use like, even, I'm going to go ahead and even say as far as like, okay, let's put a rape scene in a game, which I'm sure has been done. I'm sure somebody could throw
Battle Raper.
Battle Raper.
Yeah, there you go. That's what I'm saying though. It's like, but not necessarily that game, because that is more just a fucking hentai game than it is anything else. But I'm talking about how how are you supposed to have more meaningful stories and more in-depth character development if you aren't willing to have real life, dramatic things a part of this world? Everyone talks about how they want a more immersive environment and a more immersive storyline and all this stuff. Well, guess what? You have to have these really heavy, hard-hitting things that are gonna hit you in the feels, and they're gonna make you pissed off, and they're gonna make.
Why don't they want to ban CSI, man? There's rape shit on there every single day.
Well, that's because TV has already dealt with this media. The TV's already dealt with this stuff, and video games are still very young compared to TV. And because video games are still coming up into this light, that they're looked at in an entirely different viewpoint. If video games have been around, or were around as long as TV, this would have already happened. This would have happened, 30 years ago. And what's going to happen is, if this stuff continues and these people win, what's going to happen is you're going to see, how the comic books, how back in I'm not sure what year it did, but how the comic book code and all that stuff happened, where you weren't allowed to show certain things in comic books. You're going to have that happen, to where, it's just going to be really bland storylines. You're not going to have any real development happening. It's just not going to be good. And it's the same thing's going to happen to gaming. It's going to happen if these people win. If these people have their way, we will not see genuine character development, genuine stories, or anything that means a damn. Because they're just going to dumb it all down for the sake of being politically correct.
Censorship always ruins art every time.
Exactly, and it's not just the comic book code. The same thing happened in the movie industry. Same thing happened in TV. Everything that got censored for so long had to fight its way back to being something good. And for crying out loud, video games already had one crash. Don't let it happen again.
Right. Yeah, it's like I'm not even particularly enamored by a video game based on rape. Like, no one is really even arguing for that. But the fact of the matter is,
if they put it in and say you witnessed the villain of the game rape somebody. And I'm not saying it has to be a guy or a girl. Just forcibly, take somebody against their will. That would drive you to want to hunt that person down even more.
Yeah.
Than just slapping the label, oh, that's the boss. You take that guy out.
Character development, right.
Like, for crying out loud, in Far Cry 3, there was a character named Buck who had one of your friends, and it didn't say anything directly, it just kind of set the fact that Buck is gonna fuck him.
Oh, yeah.
And the character was a guy.
Dude.
It's one of them things where personally, whenever I fucking seen this dude, I was like, oh, I want to kill you. And then the fact that he made you go out and be his little bitch and go and do all these fucking quests for him made me want to kill him even more.
Dude, Thunderfoot destroyed them when he was mocking Anita Sarkeesian and doing the Kill Bill about how the only two characters with speaking parts were women and that everyone else was just dying and moaning in pain. They were even wearing masks, so they were like dehumanized.
Oh yeah.
And they were all men. Like, nobody sits and says, "Oh, that's dehumanizing all men," because we understand that it's a fucking movie.
These people are still looking at video games in that light of, oh well, it's a interactive experience, so you have more control over it and everything like that. And that's where they draw that whole thing about, oh, dude, you're doing violent things in a video game, so you're going to go and do violent things in real life. No. It's called judgment.
Right. And that's another thing, too. I believe in social justice in the core ideals. I think gay people, straight people,
like I said, I think everybody
queers, anyone
does. Like, do you have genuine, real, assholes in the world? Yeah.
Most people are fine with those people being able to do whatever they want.
Exactly. And my name Matt likes to throw this one around. I think it's hilarious. Where is this fucking, book that says that, women are not allowed to play games, gays are not allowed to play games? Where the hell does it say that? Does it say that in my Xbox fucking instruction manual to set up the console? Does it say that in my fucking in my laptop somewhere that I can't?
No one's keeping them out.
Exactly. The only people that are keeping them out are the people who are saying, hey, video games are bad because they don't let you play video games.
Yeah, pretty much.
But realistically, these people will actually pick up a lot of people who do this, I feel like, have, like, they either had a really bad first experience or they had never actually gamed. Or the extent of their gaming was very limited. And like, a lot of them, like, I'm not gonna lie, a lot of people I know have had real bad first time experiences. Like, for crying out loud, whenever I first got my 360 account, the first game I played was Gears of War. And, you would think, you know, Gears of War, a lot of people are going to be raging and very violent and, you know, yelling and screaming, but no. Like, people on the other team, we were all just kind of bullshitting.
Dude, that reminds me, when Zach first got an Xbox 360, all we did was scream, I want to pwn noobs for Christmas, because he got it on Christmas. But we weren't fucking, like, mean to anyone, really. We were just joking around, you know?
That's what I'm saying, is like, you have these people who, like, now I'm willing to believe that they got on and the group was maybe a bunch of 12 or 13 year olds or whatever, and they just slammed them with, you know, some of the most fucked up shit you could possibly remember. Server's gonna restart 10 minutes.
Yeah,
and
so
I could seriously see that. But at the same time, did you guys give it another chance? Did you actually try to find some people that you know were genuinely cool people, or did you just brand every gamer at that point as this horrible person? Every gamer's a troll and just out to piss you off.
Right. That's the thing too, you know, a lot of times they like to say, well, you know, not all of us are like that. But then they turn around and make blanket condemnations of gamers. So, like, it's a double-edged sword.
Yeah, like I said, like, we've done the same thing to the social justice thing, where we said that, you know, all these social justice warriors. That's a term we both used. So we kind of, like, say to them too. At the same time, we're not doing it on purpose. It is a genuinization of what is happening.
Right. I think it's important to point out we're talking about a specific type of person, the person with the agenda, not just anyone who believes in social justice.
Exactly.
Because I personally believe in social justice myself.
Oh, so do I. Like, it's like I'm not for, you know, saying, you know, oh, you can't play games because you're a woman. Absolutely not. By all
Yeah,
means,
of course.
Pick up a keyboard. Wow, pick up a keyboard. Yeah, that's what I'm looking for. Pick up a controller. You know, sit down with your keyboard and mouse. Pick up your phone, your tablet, whatever you want to game on. Feel free to game. And I'm hearing gunshots, and that is freaking me
I
out.
am hearing gunshots too.
Oh yeah, I'm in a safe zone, so I'm assuming I can't get shot.
Do you have headphones on?
Yeah.
Then where did I hear the gunshots? We must be by each other.
Oh, I just walked out of a safe zone, apparently.
What safe zone are you in?
The one that Zach is heading to. I don't know where. I'm not sure if it was just a safe zone or if it was like a legit.
OG Big Worm. OG Big Worm killed himself. Kind of bothers me that the server restarts every single hour, but
That's fine. That's not an issue for me.
it's like every time you're doing something, you gotta stop.
But yeah, while we're waiting for this server to reset, I'll tell you about some of these websites that have come up since all this shit really. You can check them out and give them reviews. And hype these up for other people.
For sure, yeah.
I'm assuming it's still in the safe area, because I've passed through a bunch of signs. I haven't passed back through them. Oh. Where was that?
GG.
Zach.
That was
Oh,
just me
that was
busting
that.
a pot shot.
Holy shit, dude. checked out these buildings yet, Zach?
Dude, I can't see anything.
Oh.
Like, my screen is black. I'm about dead.
You need a bandage and a blood bag?
I need a blood bag. I'm not bleeding anymore. But I only have, like, 2,500 blood.
We need to find, like...
Zach, I'm right behind you.
There's something here on the floor. CZ 550 mags.
So there's, like... There's no traders that sell blood bags?
Not here.
There are, but I don't have any money.
I haven't
You
even seen
could
them.
sell a clip or a gun.
That's true.
Get a gun right here. A barreled shotgun. I'm gonna start dying here soon too. I need something to do.
But the only dude I've seen, I think if you look in my backpack... Ah, fuck. Here, hold on.
I'm
Stay in
still
the circle.
2,000 meters out from that place.
Open backpack.
I'm wishing that we could find a fucking...
Oh, you know what? I got a beer. That's right.
Yeah, as I say, you start out with a Heineken.
Wish we could find a car somewhere, man. It must not be too hard to find since we found one already.
There's something else we were talking about while we were waiting on this to roll over here. Is I don't know if you heard about this. Whenever all this broke, one of the people who stood to defend Zoe Quinn is Cliff Basinski.
I don't even know who that is.
He's the lead developer of maybe lead designer, one of the two, lead something or another for Epic Games. He's the guy who Gears of War was essentially this guy's brainchild, right? Now, Gears of War was the entire reason I bought my Xbox. I absolutely love that game. Like, it is by far, hands down, one of my all-time favorite games. And for a long time, I was kind of a little bit of a fanboy of Cliff. Like, that was like my favorite developer. One of the things where I didn't like any game he made, I guaranteed I was going to enjoy. Well, whenever he came out and he said something about how, oh, don't worry about these coming, or these, semen covered keyboard warriors, all they do is, something about, like, fucking coming in a net or in a tissue and then blowing your nose in it and shit like that. It's like, really, dude? Like, that's the way you're gonna fucking say that shit.
Dude, I always thought it was funny that they're so obsessed with, like, getting laid. Isn't that sexist as fuck? They always talk about how, oh, these people are nerds who can't get laid and they just hate women.
But even then, like,
you know,
you're insulting the people that you expect to, visit your website or buy your game or
3 minutes.
support you in any way, shape, or form. And it's like, you're really gonna play that card. Oh shit, I left the safe zone. Apparently the fucking safe zone ends at the side of the hospital. Awesome.
You got 3 minutes to log.
That's fine, I'm gonna have to go do that right now. Just come back a little bit. I don't wanna log back and be surrounded by shit, so.
Yeah, when I log out. Oh, fuck, that scared me.
I'm logging now. But,
I'm gonna
no,
take
I
my
can't.
gas.
Fuck, I'm in a Trader City, I can't. I gotta get the hell out of this damn city.
Zach, are you at the Trader City too?
He was, I think he might have just, had task ended.
It starts me back up at that hospital.
What?
I said, hopefully it starts me at the hospital because I alt control delete. Quit the game.
Yeah, I'm happy to be the same.
Mine crashed. I'm just gonna restart it, and I'm not guaranteed to be entertained over. Fucking nice. I'm gonna take my gas mask off, guys.
Shit is just getting to that point of sheer annoyance on everybody's part. And it's like they're acting like we're asking them to quit. They keep saying that we're driving people out of the industry, and no, definitely not. They're kind of doing that to themselves.
Yeah. It's like
So
we're not telling.
We're not saying like, oh, you got to quit because you are not willing to, disclose your relationships. We're not saying that.
Right.
All we are asking is that you disclose your relationships, and that's it. If you're a friend with somebody, put it at the bottom of the article and say, hey, my opinion may be a little bit skewed or skirt, whatever the fuck. You know the word. Maybe a little bit twisted because I know this person personally. I am personally friends with them. And that's it. That's all you need. Now, granted, some people are not going to take your opinion as seriously as others because you know that person on a personal level. Yeah, sure. But that's the way it should be.
Right, and no one's saying that you can't be gamers. What we're saying is that you can't come into gaming with a fucking agenda.
Yeah, don't try and push a narrative or spin a narrative or try to play yourself as a victim. Just come in and game like the rest of us. 'Cause I tell you right now, we've all been oppressed as a gamer. Like, that there's a reason why we spend as much time at home on a computer or sitting down with a controller in our hand that we do. And it's because at some point in our lives we were fucked with and teased and picked on. Like this is our escape, and you're gonna try to fuck that up and take it away.
Yeah, and the whole attack on the gamer identity is just bullshit.
Oh, I know. Like that was a blatant attack because people were disagreeing with you, and it was like, all right, well, how can we get them to talk about something else? And it backfired hard because because everybody, what was it, 14 different websites posted it in like 12 to 24 hour period or whatever. You had 14 different websites that posted essentially the same article.
Yeah, it was like you were saying before with the Atheism Plus. They stopped with the Atheism Plus, but then they started calling people that weren't like social justice warrior atheists. They were bad atheists and stuff like that.
Whoa. Okay, that's Zach.
That's me.
Zach, why are you muting yourself?
Because there's a lot of background noise.
Oh.
What, are you feeling like you don't have a dog in this fight, so you're not talking, or what?
Not really. I don't know. I'm just kind of playing the game.
Yeah, speak up, you fucking misogynist. We want to hear your fucking rants about how much you hate women.
Fuck you. Go make me a sandwich, Matt.
No, wait. I have a penis. That joke doesn't work.
Could have fooled me.
Oh. What's up to this house up here on the hill?
I don't know.
I'm heading up there.
Are you guys still at the wholesaler?
City, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm trying to make it there, man.
I haven't found any kind of like medical tents or anything. I haven't even found anybody to buy anything from it around here.
I'm still 1,500 meters out, man.
Yeah, something I want to throw in there. If you are a fan of Borderlands, the series of Borderlands, this one will hit you right at home. Randy Pitchford was talking some shit. Like, people were, Anthony Birch, who's, I'm assuming a developer at Gearbox, or a writer at Gearbox, that's what it is. He was saying some really fucked up shit about the whole Gamergate movement, about how we are using child porn to drive people out of the industry. It's like, what? And
I'm sure there's some legitimacy to that if he goes on 4chan/B.
Yeah,
but that's not the entirety of gamers. That's the problem.
Whoa! I just glitched to the ground. But yeah, he was saying all this shit, and somebody tweeted out a little picture with Anthony Birch thing. There's a fucking thing on there talking about how you are the winner of the annual Foot in Your Mouth award. And Randy Pitchford was talking shit about this person, about how this dude's a good writer and all this shit. And how he doesn't think that anything he said was wrong. It's like, dude, really? You're justifying this dude saying that, you know, fucking we're using child porn and shit. Like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Like, this is yet another developer who I genuinely like their games. And they're gonna sit there
It's disgusting.
and fucking badmouth the people who play their shit.
It's not a very good idea, and it really reeks of entitlement, where they feel that they're in such a position to where, you know, they're moneyed and they have long-standing businesses. They
Like,
think
oh,
they can
well,
say whatever
they're
they
fucking
want about their
bulletproof.
consumers.
Like,
Yeah,
oh,
they're
we're
bulletproof.
Yeah, and it's just, it's no, you're not. You need to fucking have a huge reality check because you are not bulletproof. Just
Well, I'll
because
tell you
it's
right
a
now.
$1 billion industry does not mean my money needs to go to you.
As soon as I heard that Anita Sarkeesian's working on Mirror Edge 2, I decided I'm not going to play it. I'm not going to buy it. I'm not even going to look at it. Because she's a fucking idiot, and I don't want her agenda to be part of the norm of gaming.
And that's another thing. Is exactly where are her rights to say that shit? Like, I don't mean to say rights, but where are her? I really hate to say credentials too, because it's not like you need fucking gaming credentials. But why does she get to be the one to say that? You know what's good or bad in video games? Like, I'm sorry, but this is coming from a chick who lifted
She's not a
fucking
gamer.
YouTube videos from other places to try to make a point.
Dude, she's on video saying, I'm not a gamer.
Yeah.
So why does she think she has the right to tell
make game videos.
us what's allowed to be in games? I think gamers should be able to choose what's in games, just like movie buffs should be able to, or you know, people who like movies can vote with their dollars about which movies they like the best. And
It's really
the thing of
fucked
it
up,
is,
as soon as all this shit starts happening, right, and you do get these boycotts of game companies, they're instantly going to come back with, oh, you're driving us out of the industry because we didn't agree with your beliefs. It's like, no, we're driving you out of the industry because you fucked up, and you're not owning up to it.
you know, the good thing about that though is that what they say won't fucking matter after we drive them out. That's the good point. That's the good part. If we bankrupt these companies who refuse to accept criticism and listen to their consumers, that's just, you know, that's
on
market
them, and that's the
economics,
thing,
man.
like, they forget to realize that they're insulting their consumers. They're not just
Right.
insulting, you know, people on the internet for the sake of insulting people on the internet. These are people who are genuinely fans of their content.
Right.
Like, these are not the people you want to insult. These are the people who you want to, you know, see their point of view and get a perspective on things. You're not willing to do that.
Well, there's a priest outfit. Somebody have that already?
Yeah, I think Zach
That was
does.
mine. I have an Osama bin Laden outfit now.
Racist.
Well, dude, it looks like him. I mean, what do you want me to
It
say?
really does.
This-
It's got the big ass full beard and everything.
No, this game is racist, man. It's insensitive to Muslims.
It would only be racist if I said it was like an Arab costume, because then I would be saying that all Arabs
Look that way.
Look the same.
look that way. But that guy genuinely looks like Osama bin Laden, so
I wouldn't even say that would be racist, man. I mean, because there is obviously traditional Arab dress.
yeah.
So it's just like saying, what?
I hear a chopper.
Oh.
Yeah, me too. I hear a helicopter. I'm heading towards the airstrip that has the hero store.
Like,
Oh,
it's
shit, it's like right over my head.
it's just the same thing to me as saying, oh, that guy's a metalhead. You're saying that he has a certain dress, he acts, and, you know, he likes metal music, he probably has, like, a fucking mohawk or whatever, you know, like, it's not wrong
That's where I look at it.
to identify a demographic.
It's like you're just explaining somebody who likes video games. Again, it doesn't matter where or how they play it. I'm trying to allow my
Oh,
parents
shit.
are gamers, and all they do is fuck around on their phones or tablets. They're still gamers. Now, like, granted, they don't follow it to the extent that I do, whereas I'm actually looking at websites and, you know, watch E3 every year and all this other stuff. But they're still gamers. What'd you? Oh shit! By the way, I was curious on that one.
It was a zombie that player glitched.
Oh,
I was just gonna say, I was gonna add to that and say, you know, they can call themselves gamers or whatever, but I think generally when people use the term gamer, they mean like someone who does it as like as part of like
it's a lifestyle to them.
right.
Like right now, dude, it's my day off. I don't do like it's one of like you know other people they go out and they drink or they go and they fucking hang out with people in real life and all this other shit. And that's not the way I prefer to do things. I'm sorry, but this is fucking 2014. The internet's a thing. I have friends online that mean more to me than a lot of my friends in real life. That's just the way it is.
Yeah, it's just like, okay, what I was getting at, if you call someone a barfly or whatever, it has a certain connotation to it. It doesn't mean that it's someone that, you know, drank a beer once. You know what I'm saying? That's the same thing with gamers. It's not somebody who has ever played a game. I'm sure most people on the planet have played some type of game.
Yeah.
It's like somebody who sees
where you
games.
have like the different subsections of gamers. Where you have the hardcore, the casual, you have all these little subsets.
Right, and I would say those would all be considered gamers rather than just someone who has played a game once, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
A gamer is someone who considers game their primary, you know, playing games their primary hobby, I would say. And that's who they're attacking when they say gamer, is what I'm getting.
But not only are they just attacking it, they're attacking the idea of anybody who identifies as a gamer is just the worst.
Is it getting dark out in game?
I think they did say it had nighttime.
Looks like it's starting to get dark, man.
Sometimes it's just cloudy.
I'm at the Trader City, though.
I was there. I'm running to the airfield that has the hero camp.
How is there not a car, man? This
I
kind
don't
of
know.
sucks.
I'm going into a big gigantic castle right now.
I checked UG, there's 2 people on.
The tent.
Dude, I still haven't even seen a motherfucking player on.
There's a whole bunch of them on here.
I know.
They must just be in a.
So if you ever even see one, it's better idea just to fucking get down and hide.
I'll shoot if I see one. Unless, of course, they don't shoot at me, and then I'll just let them go on their way. Oh, dude, someone has like a massive bunker built in here. I'm not gonna try to unlock it this time, though.
Man,
I
this
don't want to have to do a 5,000 meter run from some zombies.
this God mode area is way too big.
I know, there's
a couple
not
of
even
websites
anything
you
there.
can check out are like goodgamers.us, which is actually a brand new website. This girl who started off on Tumblr, she was just like a little blogger on Tumblr. She decided, like a lot of people went to her and said, hey, maybe you should make your own website. And so she did. And when she was setting up the ads for it, she decided just to use Google AdSense. So there's no like bias, and she can't have somebody come in and say, oh, I'm going to run ads on your website and we'll pay you this much to do so. So it's literally just the same shit you'd see on a YouTube video from Google is the same kind of ads you're going to see on that website. But some of the other another website you should check out is TechRaptor. They're fucking a pretty cool little website that I found. Like a lot of the thing is like it's the smaller websites that are willing to do the actual legwork, and not even just the legwork, but they're willing to actually look into this shit. And it's because they're not part of these mailing lists. You know, they're not friends with every other
Mm-hmm.
journalist and shit. They're not all from fucking Bay Area. It's like, and these are the ones who I really think are, like, it's like, if you really are so broke, why are you funding somebody else's Patreon? Like, if that's the truth and you are, like, fucking struggling to make rent every month, then why are you funding somebody else's Patreon?
Because they're bullshitting.
Exactly. Like, like, you have money. Don't lie. You are doing fine for yourself. I don't know if you have a Twitter, but if you do, you should follow this dude. His name's, I think it's like at Nero, I think. He's a journalist for, I think it's Breitbart. And, he's the one who got all the leaked, stuff about the Google loops.
Yeah, I saw that actually. Are you fucking kidding me, man? I just got glitch attacked by a dying zombie.
Yeah, it's at Nero. It's, Michael
That shit sucks.
Dianathanopoulos. I don't know, I can't pronounce that.
Joey Polychronopoulos?
No, Milo. Milo something. I can't fucking pronounce his last name.
Oh, okay. Apparently headshots don't kill zombies.
No, they do. They're just tricky. One thing I'm really unhappy to see about this whole thing is people, for the most part, are staying on point with the arguments. You know, like they're not letting shit go in 100 different directions and, you know, fragmenting it. They're allowing it to stay at one point.
Yeah.
An internet aristocrat, he's talked about in his live stream where this is our one chance. If we fuck this up, we'll never get another chance like this. Like, we've already dug up so much dirt on these people. Like, this is it. If we fuck this up, or we let somebody else come in and co-opt this movement and they fuck it up for us, that's it. We're never gonna get another chance like this. Like, look at Occupy Wall Street.
Yeah, catch up.
Yeah, people came in and they fucked it up. They co-opted the
Catch up.
movement and they fucked it up. And now anytime that anything like that starts up again, it's just gonna get shut down immediately. Because no one's gonna take it seriously. They're like, oh, well, these people turned out to be a fucking joke last time, so fuck them. And the same thing is gonna happen to Gamergate if this shit does not, you know, stay on it. And a couple of things, like, I think it was last time I played with you guys, I told you about the whole iFred thing. About how, their fucking Depression Crash was talking about how they donate money to iFred and there wasn't any proof of that or whatever. Well, apparently that was squashed, and the money is actually reaching there. Just the person that they asked at the time didn't know whether or not it had happened.
Right.
That ended up being a huge thing for a little bit and kind of blew up in our faces, and it's happened a couple times now. And it's one of the things where it's been discussed that we need to just, you know, be a little more thorough before we jump on something. Because we don't want to continue to get egg on your face, because it's just going to make us look less and less credible. Like, I don't even tweet using Gamergate anymore. Like, occasionally I do. It's not like a disrespect thing towards those people. Not at all. Like, I just feel like everything that needs to be said is being said. I don't want to justify these fucktards with any more tweets than they need to get.
Right.
Somebody's already asking the questions that need to be asked. I don't want to be talking to the same people that are already getting, 3,000 texts or tweets a day and let them be justified in thinking that, oh, I must be important because people are arguing with me on the internet. No. I'm not going to be somebody who justifies you with even acknowledging your existence.
Yeah, I agree.
It is getting dark.
My screen's already all dark, so.
That's what I'm saying. I just hit the woods and it's just like, I don't know if it's shadow or if it's genuinely getting dark.
I'm honestly
Sometimes
really
it's just cloudy.
I'm honestly really bored with this server.
I'm getting there, I'm not gonna lie. A lot of it's the fact that I'm having to run from point A to point B.
Yeah, I don't like not having a car.
I'm hoping that what Zach said is correct and we're just in bad areas for it.
We had a car.
Shut up.
One.
It's not my fault. The pole got
Probably
away.
the only car on the whole map.
Well, tell them about it. Maybe they'll replace it.
Increased car spawns.
Yeah.
Works for jerry cans.
That's the thing. I have 2 full jerry cans on me right now. I haven't seen one car.
Dude, I've only seen one car. That's the one you had.
Well, I've been saying since I've picked up these 2 jerry cans. Granted, most of my time has been running through the backwoods, but still.
Dude, I'm checking every corner of every city I come by, and there's just not a car anywhere.
Well, I made it to the airfield.
I'm not 100 meters out from the hero thing.
I'm at the airfield.
Find a car, please.
I'm looking, but I can't really see anything.
You just fucking hobbled your way to the airfield, dude. That is hilarious.
Oh, I can still walk. My screen is all like blurry.
Oh, that's right. That's why it's dark for you already. Yeah, the moon is rising.
It's like, it's black and white and like.
Either that's the sun setting or that's the moon rising. I don't know.
I'm just gonna kill myself. I've been getting way too many rape threats on this game. I'm just gonna blow my brains out.
See, that's one thing I've really told this kid on, is the video game has got to have a failure state. It's not necessarily meaning it has to have a game over screen, but it has to have some state of failure.
Right.
And Depression Quest, from what Zach has told me, and I don't mean to sound totally insensitive and fucked up about this, but if you can't off yourself in a game about depression, there's something wrong here.
Dude, that game is fucking horrible.
Not even a game, I wouldn't consider it a
It's
game.
not.
It
It's like
doesn't
an
have a failure
interactive
rate.
website.
Yeah, if it's not, it doesn't have a failure state, which apparently it doesn't. If you cannot not physically, but if you cannot off yourself, like make a character kill themselves, then there's no failure state. For a game called Depression Quest.
Dude, it's like a fucking... It's an interactive website to let people know what it's like to be depressed. That's all it fucking is. It's not even a game.
And they act like dude, everybody's been depressed at one point in their life. Everybody knows what it's like. You're not telling anybody anything.
Dude, the thing that pisses me off the most is that a lot of these people that are so goddamn depressed are like some of the most pampered people in the fucking world. Like, what do you have to be depressed about? I'm sorry, man. Like you said, not to sound dismissive or uncaring, but like, Zoe Quinn got harassed on the internet. Oh boy, there's women across the fucking ocean being beheaded because they were raped. You want me to cry because somebody was mean to you on the internet? I mean, just shut up. I'm sick as fuck of it, man. Like, the whole victim complex. I'm just so goddamn sick of it. There's so many people in the world with so much real problems. To cry about fucking unwanted compliments on the internet, or even a fucking rape threat on the internet. Granted, it's not okay to do, and I'm not condoning it, but it's very minuscule compared to the fucking horrors that people in the world have to face.
Oh, like 100%. And they sit there and they paint up what happens to them as the worst thing in the world.
I know, dude, and I can't stand it.
I see an armored SUV and a helicopter over here, but I can't get to them.
Where?
At the airfield.